What is good, my people? We are live back with another live broadcast of the forecast, and I'm not gonna be on here too long. I just came on here to let y'all know, the new premiere is coming up at 9:30. So right after this, make sure y'all go over to the Forecast Radio 24, and I put it in the chat. I put the link to the video in the chat, so you know what I'm saying. Make sure y'all go over there and check that out. And I know YouTube be hating, but I take that as a badge of honor. Let me know I'm on the right track. It don't give out notifications. I barely get notifications, so I got to come on here and do the live stream to let y'all know that the live premiere is coming out in a few. So again, make sure y'all subscribe over there to that and to check that out. You definitely want to not want to miss it. No telling if YouTube gonna give me a strike. That's why I put it on those channels. You know what I'm saying? And I know people used to the videos that I used to make. I still make them. It's just on the other channel. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. And I'm gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we got to start asking ourselves the question of how bad do we really want to be free? Right? What are you willing to accept? What are you willing to take? What are you willing to assimilate into? Right? Why don't you have the mindset of getting yourself together, getting all the things that you need to do in order? And I know this weekend football kicked off, and that's all everybody's talking about, no matter what's going on. And if you notice, Joe Biden didn't really release his mandate until the football game was on, when everybody was watching that. And all of a sudden now we forgot about all the things that we were saying and talking about. I mean, I guess it really was about the national anthem for some people and being able to kneel just for the national anthem instead of being able to create your own businesses. You look around the NFL, who is the people making the money for them, right? That $40 million slave term ain't nothing but the truth. And we are sitting here arguing about, talking about, we going to the Super Bowl, we doing this, we doing that. And I'm not gonna act like I wasn't guilty of that when I was younger or whatever. But then when I realized what was going on, I realized how everything works. Right? I'm not even against the people playing the sport, but if you are playing the sport for a person that wouldn't even allow you to take a knee if you felt like it, right? Call you boy, call you all kinds of names when they felt like it, unless it was socially acceptable or whatever. Right? How much freedom do you really want? What is freedom to you? Pieces of paper with somebody who could have killed you? Because that cannot be freedom. If somebody got to go on an apology tour about what they're doing, right? LeBron James can have enough money right now to be set for life, and he still knows they can take every dollar away from him if they wanted to. Because the power is not about the dollars. The power is the land. The natural resources is your power. And whoever controls that controls everything. Real life. Football become political. Right. Oh, I hope you don't watch it again. But nobody should be watching it. Right? Because they talk about, well, these athletes make millions of dollars. That's because they're making their owners billions of dollars. You make your owner thousands of dollars. That's why they pay you $20 or whatever they pay you. But see, that's why they can't have you having this. They go make up every kind of argument about why not to teach the truth about what's going on. They'll call it, critical race theory. They'll call it all kinds of names. When really it's just about teaching the truth. But for them, it's teaching you how to be a worker for life. And now all of a sudden, all your values are just thrown out the window over a few years. So they're right. All they had to do was wait it out a year or two, and you're right back in the sway, buying jerseys in the stands, right? Fighting with people in the stands. right? Everything is 10 times the price of somewhere else. What's going on, brother Bakari? Yeah, you can come on if you want to, but I'm gonna get off at 9:30 for the jump. And like I said, the live premiere coming on. Matter of fact, I ain't got a number today, so I'm gonna put the link into the chat, and really, whoever want to come on can come on. Because if you feel like I'm wrong and you think I'm tripping, now is your opportunity. So yeah, anybody can come on who want to come on. But here you are, watching every game, talking about we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You ain't nothing but a consumer to them. And you know what? All of that justice, no peace. They know you're gonna be the most peaceful, right? And you ain't gonna get no justice, and it don't even matter. And they don't even have to be obvious about it. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Slang Nocturnal? My brother Seymour. Yeah, anybody want to come on here? I'm not gonna be on here too long, just till 9:30. So, but how bad do you really want it? Like my brother Bakari, just had a great show. Y'all go subscribe to his channel. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about how the homosexuality stuff is being normalized and pushed and all of that. And I'll say it on my channel, right? We're scared to say the word faggot, right? You won't even say a word like that because you'll have to go around apologizing. But guess what? Right? It was faggots who were these slave owners molesting little boys, little girls, right? They don't want to talk about that part. They'll call that critical race theory or some crazy stuff. Because the argument is only to ever be for deflection. And then when somebody calls them a psychopath, right, then all of a sudden, they're offended and all of that. But for a psychopath to be able to operate, they need a codependent. Somebody who is willing to accept whatever level of abuse they are willing to give. And you can guarantee they have given every ounce of abuse you can imagine and stuff that you can imagine. And here you are still in their stands, with the same jersey, with their jerseys on, repping somebody else. And your entertainers are being controlled. The people in Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But they are going to make, this brother go on an apology tour. But see, while we're talking about all of that kind of stuff, we don't talk about how the young brother Kodak Black, they gave him a cease and desist order for giving out air conditioning units to underprivileged people. Right? We going to ignore all of that part just because we got something to take our minds off of it to entertain us. See, people like real life want you to just shut up and dribble. Right? Don't mix politics because to them, politics, our lives are nothing but politics. Teaching about our ancestors to them is something that could be passed away in the law. Right now, we can get books since we were kids saying, downplaying what slavery was, right? Like we chose to come over here and work for free. But as long as we signing up for their programs and doing all of that stuff, especially when you are the workhorse. And that's the thing. That's the ironic part. What percent, 80 some percent, 90% of the players in these sports are black people. All right. My brother backstage. Yo, what's going on, brother Bakari?
Peace forecast. What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. You heard what I was saying?
Yeah, I heard you just talking about the NBA players. I heard when you talking about it was the faggots that was man, you could have came on my channel and said that, man. I said homophiles, they don't like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cause I be kind of raw with it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like,
I
hey,
understand. Yeah, I understand. I appreciate you thinking about me not getting a strike or whatever, but man, we bigger than YouTube, man.
yeah, absolutely, bro.
We bigger than YouTube.
Yeah, definitely, my brother. But yeah, you got something to say?
No, go ahead. I want you to finish your statement. You were talking about the players.
Oh yeah. Well, the players, they they're getting these checks, and people like real life will be like, you're getting paid all of these dollars, but if they go to the store, it don't matter how much money they got paid. That's why I never understood the slaves that broke up the revolts or whatever. Because once you leave off the plantation, you could just be easily kidnapped and sent back to slavery, right? And these people, all the time, you see them going, driving nice cars. That probably make them a bigger target than that. And see, for them, they can easily say, hey, I want to watch something without politics, as if our lives are nothing but politics. And we play a political game as if it is, as if your child's life ain't nothing but politics to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's going on, my brother?
You know what? They have politicized everything. First of all, let me say peace to the chat. Everybody in the chat. Seymour, I think you were just on my channel. Thank you, just in my chat. Even if you wouldn't, it's good to see you. Real life say you got to come check out my chat. But yeah, man, they politicized everything, right? They are politicizing they politicize this pandemic. They politicizing the sickness and the death of what people is going through right now. How can you politicize this pandemic? It's a pandemic. That's what people dying from it. I had my cousin, a husband passed from it. People are getting sick from it. You have more people surviving, but people are getting sick from it, and they chose that to as a political platform, right? Then you choose it as a political platform, right? But then you don't do what you say you're gonna do. Well, oh, Sleepy Joe, if I was president, uh, I would have shut everything down till the country got better. Now he's president, and he's been to force everybody to get a shot. Uh, you know, and I know everybody is against it, but do you want to be landlocked where you can't ever leave? Do you want to be able to go grocery shopping? So this is something we're gonna have to come together and we're gonna have to fight on. They can't force to do anything like that. Have you ever heard of Meharry, Meharry? I think it is Meharry Medical School in Tennessee, Forecast.
No, I never heard of that.
It's a black medical school, and I'm gonna send it to you because I found it the other day. Me and a friend, me and Anoop was going through it. Right? Did you know they were creating a vaccine for black people, and then they said Latin X. I don't know who Latin X is, so they were not including all Latinos. I guess the Afro Latinos, right? Who is Latinx? Do anybody know who Latinx is? Who's considered Latinx? Forecast, do you know who's considered Latinx?
I don't know what Latin people Generation X. I don't know.
Out of here, but they were literally, it's a black medical school, and they were trying to, because they said because of how black people throughout the history of this country have been treated in the medical system, in the medical field, the vaccine's not designed for them, and this is a black college that was creating. I'm gonna pull it up and send it to you, Forecast. I know that'll be a great show for you to do, right?
Yeah.
uh they were creating something for black people because they understand that there's a difference in people. All people are not the same. You understand? So they were creating, and they told them no, they couldn't do it. They told them no, they could not do it. I don't wonder why, but I'm going to say wonder why, but I don't wonder why. You understand? They politicize everything, right? And they're okay with us dying off. They want us to die off. The end is if we don't do better. I remember listening to one of Marcus Garvey's speeches. Marcus Garvey said, our back is almost against the wall. We don't want our back against the wall. Your back against the wall is a precarious position. Our back is not almost against the wall anymore. Our back is against the wall. Are we going to continue to fight and belittle one another? Or are we going to unite, organize, and strategize the way we should? because that's the only way we're going to defeat this. That's the only way we can come out on top. Are we going to stop? That's why my show tomorrow is going to be called Forecast. I sure hope you come through. It's going to be called Equality versus Power. Are we going to constantly ask them for equal, equal, equal? Or are we going to step back and say, you know what? We can create power just like everybody else did. You feel me? We can, we might not have the ultimate power, but we have the power to control our neighborhoods. We have the power to control our dollars. We have the power to support one another. You understand? Like what the Sister Blue is doing, giving people work from home jobs. What she told you, I've sent about 8 people. Put the number in the chat tonight, right? That's her company that she created, work from home. So if I am who I am and I am what I say I am, why wouldn't I give her number out? I want Blue to have that power. I want Blue temp service to grow as big as any other temp service. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what we have to be looking for, power, not equality. See, they can politicize equality. We gave you this. We gave you that. Guess what? They can't politicize. Because, like you said, they make everything, they politicize everything. They can't politicize power that we create for ourselves. They can put obstacles in the way. We're gonna run it, we're gonna run around that obstacle, we're gonna jump over the obstacle, or we're gonna run through the obstacle. But they can't politicize what we're gonna do. They cannot politicize the power that we gonna create. They can't politicize us controlling our corner stores. They can't politicize the nail salons in our community belonging to us. And I'm going to show you something, right? Because you got to learn from these people as they politicize everything. Watch this. You see how they let everybody come here and get businesses, right? You know those people giving up something to this country, right? So if you in our neighborhood, if you one of the business that we happen to allow to survive in our neighborhood, you're going to pay. The people that's going to work in here going to be us. You're going to give them a livable wage. And you're going to pay to be here or you're going to shut down. No more friends, no more people of color, no more broad ambiguous terms. No, we want our communities. We want them. We want them. We want to turn our neighborhoods into communities. We want to own that BP, that Shell. You understand? That Texaco. We want to own that. And then we support our people. And once we open it and we help them get there, we let them know you have an obligation to us because we are obligated to you. That's what we have to tell our people when we're supporting them. You understand? I get it, Mike.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's what we have to tell our people. But the problem is, we have this whole white savior complex that we got to get over. That's why people, do the whole thing about John Brown and all of that stuff. And the way they keep it that way is if you talk about whatever, then it's racist towards them. And you don't even want to offend them. And that's how they use that whole critical race theory BS, because they use stuff like that to make another argument other than what the actual argument is. But if you get over that white savior complex, it's not that hard to take the best of every arena and start having your own circles, right? We have these things, and coming up, hopefully in the fall, we'll be able to have more in person kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So all of that kind of stuff is coming up soon. So we're working on that. But you know, once you get over that white savior mindset, where you think that somebody else has to free you because that's not going to be their mission. These people are psychopaths, right? Only psychopaths would do certain things, right? And only psychopaths keep you in a certain situation. And all of that stuff they do is gaslighting you. Now you just gotta you know, have enough courage in yourself, right? And instead of failing the black dog test, you gotta take it like one day at a time, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta really tighten up. But it all goes back to, and that's why I called it like defensive mechanisms. You know what I'm saying? Like you either in a fight or flight mode. So you know what I'm saying? Most of the times we are in a flight mode where we just put your head down and nod yes, and then you're okay, where you can fit in with the system. But that's a mindset that's been passed down from generation to generation, and we are in a position where we gotta literally break generational curses. Like the video I just that's about the live premiere, I don't know if y'all heard about, the three young brothers that got arrested because a white boy was shooting at them. Right now, they shot back and ended up hitting this white boy. He didn't die or anything, but only one of the brothers shot back, and the other two, all three of them, were charged with attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? Now they was just acting in self-defense. But in America, that has always been legal, but they cannot teach you that in a legal term and just a reality term. They can't have you saying that, because if you do, it hurts their feelings and it makes you the racist one. Because the person who is the victimizer always have to make the victim as the victimizer. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, I feel what you're saying. And so when you talked about, so you said it's been legal to be self-defense. So are you saying self-defense against the police?
No, this guy wasn't the police. He was just a random white boy, and he was saying racial slurs at him at the bar. He ended up shooting at him. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't know one of the brothers was armed, and he shot back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Did he kill him? I
Nah,
was
he
listening.
shot him. He shot him in the hand pipes. Let's just say, and that was it, and then the white boy, they took him to the hospital and literally let him check out of the hospital and walk off. Now, not only that, this white boy has a murder charge from 2014 that he's already on the run for. He was a straight thug, you know what I'm saying? And these young brothers was 20, 21 years old, and they was just defending themselves, and now they're all facing murder charges. Well,
So
attempted
they,
murder charges.
oh, okay. So they killed the white boy. Good. So they shot the white boy. The bullet didn't go through nobody and hit nobody else, right?
Nope.
Okay. Long as the bullet don't go through nobody. What state was this? New York?
No, Myrtle Beach.
Oh, South Carolina. Oh, they probably. Well, you know what? They need a good attorney because of the laws. They should get off.
Yeah, this
But
happened in like January. They still in jail right now.
yeah, that's what I was about to say. So that is something. You doing a show about that? Because that'll be great. That is something we need to get behind and rally behind, and we need to study the South Carolina self-defense laws. So I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look that up, and
Yeah,
we might
it's
have to take
coming.
a trip. We
Yeah,
have
it's
to.
coming
We
up.
might have to take a trip to
Oh yeah,
Myrtle Beach,
definitely.
South Carolina.
Yeah, and the thing is, the news not even telling the story. The news, the story is they attacked this white boy. You know what I'm saying? But
Send that to me when we get off. When you get a chance.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It's coming up on the live premiere that's coming up in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
Yeah, and
good.
but that's the thing. Like they can't say that self-defense stuff, because I don't know if y'all heard of it was another sister. This was the second part of the video. Another sister got shot by an off-duty cop in a road rage incident. You know what I'm saying? And he just shot her. He shot her 6 times. Like he was off duty, wasn't a traffic stop, nothing. He just shot her. You know what I'm saying? Shot at her car 11 times, and they gave him aggravated assault, not even attempted murder. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even about any of that kind of stuff. It ain't about the legal definitions. It ain't about none of that. And this was a white boy, a old white boy who shot a black woman. And you know what the news did? Instead of talking about the criminal, they talked about the sister, or what happened to her when she was 11 years old that she got exonerated for.
Wow. You know, as you was talking, I was looking up. Your South Carolina have a stand your ground law, right? Because you remember that's what. Because you know most of the southern states have stand your ground. I don't know about Virginia, because Virginia is kind of like on that border down south up north. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Virginia is a commonwealth. It's pretty much where they can do what they want. Like, you're just seeing the white boy could run the girl over with a car. So
So y'all do have stand your yeah. See, I'm looking South Carolina stand your ground law, which provides immunity to victims who use deadly force to protect themselves, has a major flaw, and lawmakers are looking to remedy it. House members are considering a bill that would expand the immunity given to people under South Carolina's stand your ground law to victims who point their gun at an attacker but don't pull the trigger. Under current state law, a victim can use deadly force against an attacker when a person is presumed to have a reasonable fear of imminent peril or death or great bodily injury to himself or another person. South Carolina represents. So it seems like the stand your ground law seems like we need to be trying to see if we can do something to get them attorney. Because when you do this stand your ground law, and it's like you said, right? There's no need for these brothers to be in jail at all.
yeah,
Did you
they
just hear me read? Did you just hear me reading it? Could y'all hear me?
yeah, yeah. I heard you. Yeah, that's a fact. You don't they literally, and two of the brothers didn't even shoot back at all. They was getting shot at, what I'm saying, after being called racial slurs. So they shouldn't even have been involved anyway. But see that these young brothers was under the impression that if they went and turned themselves in and told them the true story, that they'd be protected. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have no kind of entity, institution, none of that stuff protecting you. So when you are ready to do self defense, right? You got to understand that there is going to be consequences. And I'm not saying don't take the consequence, I'm not saying do, but you got to understand that there will be consequences. And it really comes down to, like, if something happened in the street, if I see you out there, Bakari, and a cop is over there, am I gonna run it over there and get involved because another cop is gonna come and get involved? Then is somebody else gonna come and get involved, and then another cop? Because that's how it kept happening over and over in history. But until we are ready to face those consequences, like a man or a woman or whatever the case may be, then it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah, man. You know what? You know what? After you do your premiere, you need to set up your live on that, man, so we can talk about these damn stand your ground laws and what. Because what we're doing right now, man, we are still the majority of us. We're still waiting on them to do something for us, right? So when we putting our money together and everything, we need to have a little set aside for us an attorney. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
for something
absolutely.
like this,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
there's no need for that brother, for those brothers to be locked up.
Yeah,
I just read the stand your ground. I was reading the stand your ground law.
yep. I mean, think about all the stuff that's happened in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? But. But yeah, definitely, because this wasn't supposed to be like a real show, so I probably will come back on because it's only this video not as long as the other ones. It'll only be like about an hour or so. So if you want to come back on, we can definitely set that up, my brother.
We're gonna have to do a live on that one day, man. Yeah, they're gonna we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying if you want to come back on after the premiere, I don't know if you got something else to do or whatever.
No, I ain't gonna come back on tonight.
Oh, all right,
Yeah, I got some. We can do it some other time though. We can do it Wednesday.
all right, yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Just set it up for Wednesday.
Yeah, that'll work. But yeah, yeah, definitely. But yeah, you could go ahead and say whatever you got to say.
No, I'm and advertise it, man. When you set it up, put it on so people can know it coming on, man.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely, definitely.
yeah.
Bro, Rice said they have some friends in South Carolina. Media is very distorted. Well, I showed episode after episode of how the media comes up with one story and how something else. That's why we have to be careful about what we believe, what we take in, and what we are willing to attack. We got to have kind of like the same thing for each other because we know that the media, the police, and all of that stuff. We just seen a young brother who gets killed in a racist white boy's attic dude had the Confederate flag flying, as treasonous as he was, had the Confederate flag flying in the background, had audio on the police call saying, "I can't believe you shot him," and they didn't arrest this white boy. They believed that this young brother went to some house he never been in and shot himself in the attic. You know what I'm saying? That this is the level of this the level of investigation that we have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But until we have our own institutions, then it's pointless. But you know, it is what it is. You gotta be willing to take that last step to sacrifice what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, you have to be willing to sacrifice. Especially, how is that considered a sacrifice? But you know what? Somebody's shooting at you, trying to kill you. The law read, you're standing your ground. You shouldn't have to shoot anybody. Just pull your gun out and point it at them. Man, them people trying to shoot you and kill you. So right now, that's probably what they hold. That might be what they kind of like holding them on.
Yeah,
Other than them being black. But you understand what I'm saying?
yeah, I definitely understand. But the
Pull
thing
your
is,
gun out and hold it. You shouldn't have to shoot anybody.
yeah, I mean, the young brother, well, first of all, they gave him a gun charge and his gun was legal. You know what I'm saying? He legally bought it according to his family, and they gave him a gun charge for that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like South Carolina is, like a lot of people will be like, Florida is the worst place. This is the worst. They're all the worst places. Like, because when I learned by doing all of these stories, like you'll get a million stories out of California, a million stories out of Alabama, a million stories out of New York. They're all the worst places, right? But until we start seeing that on a consistent basis, then it is what it is. But
Yep.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, we definitely going. You say you're gonna have a live on your show tomorrow. I'm gonna come
Yeah.
back with a
Tomorrow night at
more
9. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna have a more organized live. I just came on here just to let people know because it's gonna be on the other channel, not on this channel. You know what I'm saying? It's the Forecast Radio 24. You know what I'm saying? I got it in the chat. So, but yeah, you can say everything you want to say, my brother.
Now that's it, man. I'm about to go ahead and get ready to listen to your premiere, man.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all listen. YouTube is a bunch of haters. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on coming up with a mailing list. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the stuff that I say about them, and I take it as a badge of honor. But it get annoying. You know what I'm saying? They mess with my channel, try to take down my videos. So you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all subscribe to the backup channel. But I'm talking with Blue about a lot of ideas, but another thing we got to get together and start working on is a platform where we can't be censored. I'm tired of YouTube deleting people on my channel's comments. I'm like commenting back to them, and it's gone by the time I do that. They're taking subscribers away from me. Like if you go down my video list, like with the most views, you will see exactly when they start shadow banning me. It was going from thousands and thousands to hundreds and hundreds and all of that stuff. And they doing that to everybody, not just me. And like Bakari, your channel, I'm sure it's like 50 people watching, but it'll say 12 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? My channel will say 3 people, and it's like 4 or 5 people on the channel, on the panel. So, all of these channels is like, we got to start making our own spaces. Like we got to start using all of this stuff as motivation to get what we got to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. You know what? When you said that, I noticed that myself. I did a show. This was matter of fact. Remember the night we did the show Sophisticated Confusion,
Yeah.
and it said about 14, 15 people, right?
Yep.
Once we got off air and it uploaded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Within 2 minutes, it had 65 views. I'm like, because that's
Exactly.
probably how many people was watching.
Exactly. That's how it works. Like, how is your views going down, but your thumbs up going up? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That don't work like that. YouTube is straight haters. You know what I'm saying? And I know they be listening to my channel, and I'm glad. I want them to hear everything I say. But they also be listening to get information just like we do. You know what I'm saying? Like they're interested in learning what we know and the plans that we're making. But ultimately, when you come up with the right plans and you're quote unquote on code, which means we're just unified doing what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? To see they just did a thumbs down as soon as when I said that. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, and you know what? And our plans ain't gonna be on YouTube. They ain't gonna be. You
mhm.
understand what I'm saying?
Right. But the
We
thing is,
can't.
you can't stop the black unity because how you gonna stop us supporting each other? All you can do, you can come bring your money. We don't hate y'all like y'all hated us, where they wouldn't even accept our money for like food or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You want to drop your money, bring it, but you don't get no respect. You don't get no love. You know, and you see how real life with masochists always in here. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So, brother, I'm gonna get off here and get ready to watch your thing. I'm gonna set my thing up and come over to your premiere.
Yeah, definitely, man. Everybody go to the Forecast Radio 24. I'm about to get off here now because it should be coming on here right now. Yeah, they definitely shadow ban everybody, but you know, forget YouTube. We're trying to make our own stuff. But I appreciate y'all for listening. And we'll come back with a more organized show and all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, and make sure y'all subscribe to Bakari channel. We're gonna be over there live tomorrow about 9:38. I mean, about 8:30 or something like that. So. As
It's gonna be
always,
9 o'clock.
you said about 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure y'all subscribe over there. All right, my brother Slang Nocturna. Right. Yeah, well, I never monetize my videos on YouTube for a reason because they're not getting paid off of it, even though they're gonna get paid off of it. But I don't do that. But as always, man. Oh yeah, UWA. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. But as always, man, we have got to start standing for something or we're gonna keep falling for anything.